Hey YouTube, welcome to another Green Dragons Gaming Club battle report. Without us, they never feel like winners. Without them, we couldn't look so good. This is another Pretty Boy Bat Rep. This is round 4 at Battlecry GT. I just got another win in my last game, so I moved up a couple tables. I'm on table 3, playing Andrea Nini. Guy I've never met before, never played before. Really nice guy. He's living in New York City right now, but he's from Italy originally. And he's got a really cool poly demon list that he's trying out. So this is my list. Feel free to pause it, take a look over. And this is the majority of his deployment, pretty much everything. We have the diagonal deployment this game, and it is secure target. He has one token basically underneath one of his units in the back there, so he's guarding it with his whole army, and then there is another token towards the center of the board. So going over his list, on the left, he's got 3 of those Clawed Fiends, super fast. Then he's got a big unit of Pestilence Beasts, 6 strong. In the middle, he has a big unit of Crusher Cav, with his general in there. His general's a Harbinger mounted on one of those mounts. He's on the left side. You can kind of see him. In the middle, he's got 2 units of 15 Bloodletters, or whatever they're called now. Behind them, he's got a 10-man unit of the pink horrors or blue horrors. They get like strength 3 shooting. They're a wizard conclave. And then he's got his Greater Demon back there, which is the Weaver of Change, and that thing has the Ether Wand, so it gets like an extra attack. It gets a 50% chance that it might get an extra attack for every spell it casts and dispels and all that good stuff, all tooled up. And then on this side is my army. I have the scouting spiders up there. I've got a couple giants. The Wyvern Lord dead center, the 3rd giant in the water, spiders behind that, my scrap wagon, and then on the other side I got my Iron Orcs, my Feral Orc Ed Bashers, Pac-Man, and my bunker. So I just want to go back a couple pictures. So I actually thought this was a mistake on my opponent's part. He really boxed himself in. Between the building, which is obviously impassable, and then the board edge. He's kind of trapped there, so I was hoping to exploit that. Because he set everything down first, so then I kind of did like this. I'm hoping to just kind of pin him and trap him in the corner there. And then have the Iron Orcs move up in the center and the Feral Orcs sweep around. So we'll see how that works out. So this was, I think, after Vanguards? Oh no, this is my first turn. Okay. Because I think he did take first turn, but I don't think he did hardly anything. I think he barely moved at all. And then in retaliation, I'm chaffing up his Clawed Fiends and his Pestilence Beasts with my spiders. The 2 giants are moving up on the hill for the countercharge. Even if he decides to sit there, the giants can still charge around the spiders, so that's fine by me. The Wyvern Lord moves up, keeping the other spiders in reserve, so that if he tries to press the center with his Crusher Cav and the units of Slaughterers, I can chaff him up. Iron Orcs are coming towards the center, like I said. The giants using the building to protect his flank, but threatening the center. Feral Orcs are moving up. Pac-Man's moving up. Oh, and he does, behind the building, he has a unit of Furies that are hiding there. But in my magic phase, I get off a large Raven's Wing, and I fly my Feral Orc Ed Bashers now into the flank of his entire army. It was at this point I figured that the game, not that it was over, but was pretty much in my hands, because now he's really trapped, and those Feral Orcs are just going to go nuts. And then I didn't really have much else to do with magic. I just threw a Deceptive Glamour up on the Furies. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going for the attribute, basically. You can see I have a little token here for my Feral Orc Wyvern Lord to have a little boost to speed. Anyway, in Demon's turn 2, he's going to clear out the chaff with the Pestilence Beasts. Otherwise, you can see he really doesn't move much at all in the center. Over here, he does what I thought he would do, is really his only chance to kind of defend his flank there is to chaff up the Feral Orcs with the Furies, and then he moved his Slaughterers over for the countercharge, and then makes, I think, a smart move, which is he also puts over his Greater Demon to countercharge if I decide to clear out those Furies. So, really hoping that he can take out those Feral Orcs. In Magic, he's got Thaumaturgy. So in either Magic or Shooting, he really doesn't have a whole lot of shooting, so I want to say his Magic. He does a couple wounds to one giant, no big deal. And then he clears out the spiders. He goes for the long overrun, and he fails by like an inch, I want to say. So his Pestilence Beasts just end up right in the face of everything, and his Clawed Fiends stay back. Alright, Orcs and Goblins, turn 2. We're going to clear out the chaff. I don't like that his Greater Demon is going to charge me, but if he does what I think he will, if he charges both units, I think I'll kill that whole Slaughterer unit. There's only 15 of them, and especially if I get some magic off, I think then if I'll do so much damage to that unit that I can hurt the Greater Demon, which would be huge. Not to mention it would clear out one of his potential scoring units. So we'll see how that goes. Pac-Man moves over for emergency reinforcements. I move the Central Spiders up to chaff his center, and then my Iron Orcs can then move up with impunity, and same with the Giant and the Bunker in tow to countercharge, because I definitely want to hold that token in the center. Over here, I decide to charge everything into those Pestilence Beasts. I get the Scrap Wagon in, I get 2 Giants, one in the flank. I get my Wyvern Lord. I'm hoping with Magic, I might be able to clear them out. I mean, that's just a lot of pain. The Giants are Strength 7. The Wyvern Lord is going to be at least Strength 7. So I think I can do pretty well there, but of course it comes down to how well he can roll his regeneration saves. In Magic, I do get Deceptive Glamour off on these Slaughterers, which is huge because now that brings him down to Agility 2. Which, oh well, I guess it really doesn't make a difference for his agility. It really just affects his offensive and defensive skill. It makes him have to hit me on 4s, and I hit him on 3s. So that helps a bit. I don't get any other spells off, and in combat, this was pretty underwhelming. He doesn't do much to me, but I only do like 3 wounds to him, and then I think he like loses 1 wound maybe from losing the combat. It was really close. I was very disappointed with the lack of damage that I did here. I was hoping maybe to destroy these guys completely or get pretty close, and now those Pestilence, or not Pestilence, the Clawed Fiends are going to be able to countercharge. So you can see that I reformed the 1 Giant so that he's getting a front charge, not a flank. Demon's turn 3 now, this is. Yeah, he sends the Clawed Fiends in to the 1 Giant. He's going to clear out the chaff in the center with both units. And he does what I expect, which is he countercharges both units into here. So we'll see how those Feral Orcs do. And in combat, he kills a bunch of my Feral Orcs, which is what I expected. I did, I think, 19 wounds to the Slaughterers, which is great. I was expecting that kind of damage output, but he rolled a lot of 5-up ward saves. Yeah, he's still got a decent amount left. I end up losing combat, and unfortunately, because I couldn't kill enough, I wasn't steadfast, so I broke, and he chases me down. So my plan to kind of sweep across his flank and completely pin him is now lost. He was able to escape on that side, so that's unfortunate. But I'm hoping Pac-Man can finish off that unit of 5 that's left and at least clear them out. There's really not much I can do about his demon now. Finally, in this combat, everybody decides to let loose. The giants are now wounded, so they're getting more attacks, and we destroy those pestilence beasts. So that's a huge relief. And now on my turn, I have multiple charges I can make. The one giant is sitting on 6 health points. So he's in full attack mode. He kills off one of the clawed fiends and keeps them pinned in combat. So now, of course, I war cry out. Everybody's going in. The one giant goes into the slaughterers to hold them up. The Wyvern Lord and the Iron Orcs are going into his general's unit with the Crushers. The Goblins are moving up to claim that objective. And I even get the Scrap Wagon into the Clawed Fiends because I know that giant's not going to hold out, and hopefully he can do something. You see this little base in the middle? I didn't even realize, but in his turn, apparently he got a Wrath of the Gods off. I totally forgot about it. My bad, but that's what that is. And then Pac-Man goes into flank here, so I feel pretty good about that. In Magic, I just have a huge phase. I get off both Deceptive Glamour and Bring the Pain on his general's unit, which is just huge. In my mind, the unit's dead. Yep. The Wrath of the Gods does not go off this turn. So that's the first time I noticed it, so that was good. Don't want my goblins panicking. Oh, I lied. The Scrap Wagon failed by an inch. It didn't get in this turn. But in other news, he rolls really terribly and is not able to finish off the giant, so the giant goes and nearly kills the whole unit. He's got one guy left with 1 health point. Over here, he sacrifices the champion. Smart move. I kill him, but nothing happens. We're just going to hang out there. In the combat in the middle, I don't have a picture of it. I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, I must have forgotten to take a picture of it. So you can see where the giant is. I took a few wounds. I did a few to him. Stomped some guys. We're just holding each other up, which is fine. But let's see. So this combat in the middle, again, just really disappointing. My Wyvern Lord put all of his attacks onto his general, and he made 7 ward saves. Oh my gosh, that was just heartbreaking. The Iron Orcs do quite a bit to the Crushers. He does some wounds to me, obviously, but I did not pop them. Even with all the buffs, with the combo charge, man, it's just wild. Anyway, so they're still stuck there. This is his turn now. He's being tentative. He's trying to move the Greater Demon over to just get some magic off and to threaten things. He just does some more maneuvering there. Oh, so this is combat now. Pac-Man takes another wound. Doesn't do a whole lot to him. He's making his ward saves. I kill one guy, so we're still stuck there. Which is disappointing. I was hoping Pac-Man could just take these guys out. So he kills my giant with his last Clawed Fiend, but the Scrap Wagon should clean him up next turn. The other giant is just sitting and waiting for this combat to clear out. And let's see. What's going on here? I think that... Yeah, I think this is just showing you that the combats are going on. Yeah, they hold out. Oh my gosh. So the giant barely does anything, only kills a couple guys, but again, is just holding them there, so that's good. The Iron Orcs are getting whittled down now by his Crusher Cav, and he's still just making a ton of ward saves. I'm still not getting through this unit, which is crazy. Or did I? Oh no, I'm sorry. I killed... Okay. I didn't take as many pictures this game. I apologize. This unit does break. I kill everything in this unit, and you'll see in the next picture what happens. But yeah, so this combat finally blows up. I kill his general. I kill his Crusher Cav. So that's all good. My turn, the Scrap Wagon's going to clean up this Clawed Fiend, like I said. The other giant runs behind the hill just to conserve his full points because he only has 4 health points taken away from him. And yeah, so the unit in the middle blows up. They're dead. The last few Iron Orcs with my general are going to go into the flank of this Slaughterer unit, finish them off, which is great. Unfortunately, the token is all the way in the back behind those horrors, but the Wyvern Lord charges into them. He's going to take out that bunker. And then, yeah, we're still slugging this one out. I kill another Slaughterer, but Pac-Man still lives, which is good. In Magic, I Ravens winged my goblins to just get away from the Wrath of the Gods and get closer to my general so they don't panic. Otherwise, I'll lose that objective. He just keeps stacking tokens there because I don't think it's gone off yet. The Scrap Wagon cleans up the Clawed Fiends, which is nice. Pac-Man dies to the last 2 Slaughterers, which is really sad. Giant gets killed by the Slaughterers here. Not great. I do a bunch of wounds to them, but I don't kill them all, and he's able to hold. So I've got 2 more Slaughterers there that are just holding me up that I have to kill. And now it's getting towards the end of the game, running out of time. The Wyvern Lord is beating on the horrors, but I think he sacrificed a champion, so he's still stuck there. And then unfortunately, because I couldn't clear out those demons with the flank charge, his general, or not his general, his Weaver of Change, his Big Bird gets a chance to countercharge and is going in, which obviously isn't good. And then this is the last picture. Basically what happens is the Wrath of Gods goes off, doesn't do anything, really. In the last turn, my goblins march back towards the center objective, so I claim that objective, but then he has 2 guys left alive of the Slaughterers that killed Pac-Man, and they also march towards the center, so it's contested. The Wyvern Lord and the Green Dragon kill off his bunker, but my Iron Orcs are too far away from that token all the way at the top. So we tie the objective. Now, in the combat in the center, his Big Bird charges in. I feed him a champion, and I kill off the last 2 guys, but it's not enough to really seriously damage his demon. I think he might take a wound or something like that. And then in the last couple combats, my general is then in a challenge with his demon. I think I do 3 wounds to him, so he has 4 wounds on him. So not quite half points, and then he does like 1 or 2 wounds to me, I live, and then in the final turn he kills my general, which sucks. But my Iron Orcs hold and don't break. So I keep half points for the Iron Orcs, and basically this was just a bloody game. At the end of the game, I have my goblins in the center, I've got 1 giant, I have half my Iron Orcs, I have my mage, my BSB, and then I have the Green Dragon. And he literally has his Greater Demon and 2 Slaughterers. So, unfortunately, I couldn't get the objective at the top, which was disappointing. So we tied on the objective, and I bled so many points this game that what I thought would be quite a convincing victory ended up getting knocked down to a 12-8. But hey, I'm happy. Win's still a win. Andrea played a great game, really crawled back into this one, and made quite the comeback. So MVPs, clearly his Weaver of Change, decimated my Feral Orcs, made them break, came in, killed my general at the end. Just brutal. And then for me, the other flyer in the game, the Green Dragon, that guy, not only did he live, but he just went on a killing rampage. He went through, helped out kill the Pestilence Beasts. He then went in and killed his general. Eventually, took a couple times, but he killed his general. And then he went into the back bunker and killed them. So great performance by him. And yeah, so what were the takeaways from this game? Demons are really tough. Yeah, it's just I don't like playing demons, not because they're necessarily tough, but I feel like it's just so dependent on how well your opponent rolls ward saves. It's like playing trees. It's like how well your opponent rolls 5-up ward saves just determines so much. And it happened multiple times in this game where I got off these big multi-charges, I get magic off, so I get a spell or two off, and I'm thinking I'm just going to blow through the unit. And I just got held up like 2 or 3 times, way longer than I expected. And that's really the difference in this game. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure what I could have done differently. Feel free to maybe give me some tactical advice on this one. Um, as far as getting boxed in, I still think that it was probably a mistake on his part the way he deployed. He did defend that back objective from me, but at the same time, I easily trapped him in a lot of places. I trapped him with Chaff. Getting that Raven's Wing with the Fairlorks over was huge. If he made some less ward saves, that easily could have gone poorly for him. Um, yeah, I mean, my strategy worked fairly well. He was able to escape on the right flank, which is the problem. But trapping in the middle, I was able to break his center, and that was enough to give me the win. So, really fun game. Andre is a great player. He ended up doing pretty well in this tournament. I think this was the only game he lost. He had some like small wins here and there, but this is a tough list. Um, so anyway, that's all I got. Uh, I actually stay on this table 3, because it was a small win. So round 5, it will be the final round, and I'm in it. I just have to win probably pretty decisively to place. So we'll see if I can do that. And I'm playing a very special opponent round 5, so stay tuned. But anyway, enough of me rambling. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Leave comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.